Okay, so this video is going to be about just showing you days to avoid, showing you through Forex Factory briefly, what the folders mean, when it might be a good idea not to trade, when yeah, it's best to steer clear, or when there's going to be more volume in the market, uh, or less volume. So when we've just typed in forexfactory.com, this is what will come up. Actually, I'll just take that back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh this page and just start again. So this is what you'll see when you first uh, find forexfactory.com. I like to go to more and I can just scroll through and see the whole weeks. Now, you'll see the color-coded folders. I'm not really interested in the yellow ones, so I'm going to go across to filter. You can filter out all that you want, even currencies that you don't want to look at. I'm just going to leave them all in there just for demonstration purposes. You can even look for certain types of releases and just apply filter, and we'll shorten the list quite a bit. Now, these are the more medium impact and high impact news. Now, this is a good week to show you because we've got non-farm payroll, which is normally the first Friday of every month. It's the US non-farm payroll numbers that come out. Uh, also, the unemployment rate, stuff like that. It's one of the most sort of volatile news releases that is a regular basis every month. So what we've got here is this Friday. So you want to sort of get your last trades done by sort of Wednesday, uh, because you could be thrown out, depending on your strategy, of course, but it's less predictable, or it can consolidate before news outlets, and it's just not a good place to be. But there's lots of other high impact news that you got to keep an eye out for, and especially if it's US dollar, depending on the pairs that you trade. But this will tend to affect most pairs on the market, given US dollar is a reserve currency. Now, another thing to keep an eye out for here, it's a good example. We've got a bank holiday in Japan. Now, bank holidays means that their exchanges are shut, so there will be less volume in the market from that country. And the rule is one side of the currency pair that you're trading has to be open. The market has to be open for one side of that currency pair. So you can't have both countries closed, and ideally not both countries open. Uh, that's just a method that I've learned over the years. It's sort of having one to steer it. So if both are shut, it's a no-go zone. The volatility will be, or the volume will be too low. Unless there's some other reason, external forces pushing that, it's best to stay away. And also, depending on your strategy, if you trade news, well, you can make those own assessments for yourself. But if you've got a high probability strategy that has been tested to stay away from news, it's best certainly to stay away from news and low volatility or low volume days. So you'll be able to see all that on Forex Factory. I mean, if there's a major news event, like a developing event going on, it's also something to keep an eye out for. For me personally, I would like the markets to settle down a little bit, uh, unless I am trading a certain strategy, which I've developed for short and sharp moves. But other than that, you just stick to one strategy, especially in the early days. Just stick to sort of one setup, one thing that you're looking for. Just get good at that before you start trading anything else, any other pair as well. Focus on your two pairs, and we'll discuss that a little bit more further on. But hopefully, this guys gives you an idea of impact. And the reason we're doing this is because when you're in our community, you're going to be hearing us say things, and these days will come along, and we may let you know why we're not trading, but you should be able to answer some of those questions. For instance, if there's no trades coming through that you'd see that we'd normally post a trade about, and they're not, this might be one of the reasons, because it's one of our no trade days and steer clear. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea, and gets you a little bit clearer on that too. If you've got any more questions on that, don't hesitate to reach out. But yeah, we'll see you on the next video.